If you are here, it's because the universe has chosen to show you something greater. Are you ready to discover why your mind is more powerful than any technology ever created? There's a secret, a knowledge, guarded for centuries. People have killed and died for it. This knowledge reveals how to achieve what 99% of people around the world would consider impossible. The knowledge of the 33rd degree is likely one of the oldest in human history. Entire sects and organizations have been created and maintained for thousands of years solely to protect and develop it. What you are about to discover in this video is not for everyone. And the best part? Not only will you learn the details, but you will also leave with a practical 30-day guide. Imagine accessing a level of knowledge so advanced that it puts you light years ahead of 90% of people. A power that allows you to create reality with precision. If you think you already know the limits of what you can achieve, get ready to reevaluate everything. This video is a comprehensive guide capable of transforming how you see the world and your role in it. By mastering the secrets of 33rd degree knowledge revealed here, you will no longer be just a spectator of reality. You will become a creator, capable of shaping it however you desire. Since ancient times, profound secrets about how to shape reality have been safeguarded by elites. Ancient civilizations, Freemasons, and spiritual leaders understood that the power to transform reality is not something ordinary. What if I told you that these secrets, once reserved for a select few, are now accessible to you? This is your opportunity to uncover knowledge that transcends eras and societies. Imagine discovering the foundation of 33rd degree knowledge, a level of understanding that goes far beyond what we are taught. In this video, you'll be guided on a deep and practical journey, connecting ancient mysteries to your current reality. And the best part, it won't just be theory. What we're sharing here can be applied to your daily life through a simple and transformative 30-day guide. What makes these teachings so special is their exclusivity. For centuries, only the elites, Freemasons, enlightened thinkers, religious leaders, and visionary scientists had access to these ideas. Many of these individuals used these principles to shape the world around them, influencing nations, creating systems of governance, and transforming societies on levels that most people cannot even imagine. This knowledge, though mysterious, is not confined to a single culture or tradition. At different points in history, these beliefs have been reflected in religion, philosophy, and even science. From east to west, the concepts behind the 33rd degree connect quantum physics, spirituality, and the power of archetypes as pieces of a vast universal puzzle. To facilitate your immersion, we've prepared a 30-day guide that turns these concepts into actionable steps. Throughout the video, you'll learn how to systematically apply these principles, shaping your mindset, emotions, and behaviors to achieve extraordinary results. Get ready to discover that creating your reality is not just possible, but inevitable when you understand the rules of the game. Before diving into the guide, it's important to grasp the exclusivity and impact of these practices. We're not talking about tricks or common methods. Each step of this process is designed to deliver real transformation, based on knowledge that few dare to explore. To make this experience even more powerful, we want to hear from you. What do you hope to learn from this video? What impact do you want to create in your life? Share your answers in the comments. Your participation is essential for us to build a community of growth and learning. Additionally, we invite you to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Here, you'll gain access to exclusive content that bridges science and spirituality to unlock your maximum potential. Don't miss the chance to be part of this movement. Now, to begin the path of the 33rd degree, we must understand the fundamental beliefs of those who master this knowledge. How do they think? How do they perceive the world? It is from these answers that you'll gain the understanding needed to apply these ideas in your life. The first step is to understand the most important belief: the universe is conscious, and everything is connected. This is the foundation upon which all other beliefs are built. By mastering this principle, you'll open the doors to understanding and applying the power of the 33rd degree. Let's explore this together. Belief 1: the universe is conscious. The journey to understanding the 33rd degree begins with the most fundamental and transformative belief: the universe is conscious. This idea isn't just a starting point, it's the foundation of all higher knowledge. We'll spend more time on this belief because it is the key to unlocking the others. Once you grasp this, the doors to the rest of the knowledge will naturally open. Imagine the universe as a living being, an organism in constant evolution. From the farthest stars to the smallest speck of dust, everything is connected by an invisible web of consciousness. Understanding this deep connection allows us to see the world in a completely new way. This is the first step to shaping reality. When we reflect on this belief, we realize that we are not alone in our choices. Every thought, action, and emotion is part of a continuous interaction with the All. This is why those who hold the 33rd degree begin their journey with this understanding. From here, anything becomes possible. Many of us were taught to believe the universe is a lifeless mechanism, something separate from us. This limited perspective prevents us from accessing the true power that lies in our connection with the All. But what happens when you realize that you're not just an observer, but an essential piece of this conscious system? The idea that the universe is conscious isn't new. From ancient cultures to modern science, this concept repeats itself. Australian Aborigines speak of the web of life, while quantum physics demonstrates that subatomic particles are influenced by the observer's consciousness. This isn't a coincidence, it's the fundamental nature of reality. For centuries, spiritual elites, including the masters of the 33rd degree, protected this knowledge because they understood its impact. Now, you have the opportunity to uncover this truth for yourself. Throughout this guide, we will explore how this belief affects your daily life and how you can use this awareness to transform your reality. Grasping this belief changes everything. By seeing the universe as a conscious system, you free yourself from the limitations imposed by traditional beliefs. Everything becomes an opportunity to create, evolve, and connect with something greater. At the heart of this belief lies the idea that everything is consciousness. From an ant crawling on the ground to the stars shining in the sky, all is an emanation of a higher consciousness. Imagine it as a vast universal mind expressing itself in infinite forms. You are part of this. I am part of this. Everything is. The foundation of the 33rd degree is recognizing that the universe is alive, not in a biological sense, but as a consciousness that permeates all things. When you observe a flower, it isn't just a static object, it's an expression of this universal consciousness. By understanding this, you begin to see life in a completely new way. This idea is supported by quantum science. The famous double-slit experiment showed that particles behave differently when observed. Why does this happen? Because the observer's consciousness directly influences matter. There is no separation between you and the universe, you are one. Imagine a stone by the roadside. Most of us pass by without giving it a second thought. But within that stone are vibrations, information, and a connection to the All. It may not think like us, but it possesses a form of consciousness inherent to its existence. This recognition changes how we interact with the world. When you accept that everything is consciousness, you understand that everything is sacred. Every object, every person, every experience is a part of the All. More than that, everything is alive, albeit at different levels of perception. This is the first great secret taught by the masters of the 33rd degree: respect and value everything around you. Consciousness is not static, it is evolving. Just as we learn and grow, the universe as a whole is also in constant development. Every interaction we have, every thought we emit, contributes to this expansion. This means we are co-creators of reality, in partnership with this universal consciousness. In the practical guide, you'll be invited to explore this belief in your daily life. We'll observe the world around us holistically, perceiving the interconnection of everything. This is the first step to harmonizing with the universe and unlocking the powers that the 33rd degree offers. Everything is sacred. Recognizing consciousness in all things. When we say everything is consciousness, we include not just living beings, but also seemingly inanimate objects. Imagine a stone. To many, it's just a piece of unimportant matter. However, on a quantum level, it vibrates and interacts with the environment around it. That stone is an emanation of the higher consciousness, just as you are. Let's expand this perspective. Consider an ant, small, often unnoticed, but playing a critical role in the ecosystem. It is conscious of its purpose and its teamwork with the colony. Just as the ant has consciousness at its level, every particle in the universe carries its own form of awareness and purpose. Even the air you breathe is a manifestation of this universal consciousness. The oxygen that enters your lungs was produced by trees, plants, and oceans, each acting in a perfect cycle. When you breathe, you're not just keeping your body alive, you're connecting with the universe in a continuous exchange of energy and information. This understanding leads us to an essential point: everything is sacred. When we realize that every element of nature, from the smallest leaf to the tallest mountain, is part of this higher consciousness, our attitude toward the world changes. We begin to respect and value what surrounds us, because it's all part of something greater. For instance, think twice before littering or destroying a plant. These actions, though seemingly small, have an impact. When we value every element in our environment, we honor the universal cycle of interconnection. This is the foundation of universal respect practiced by the masters of the 33rd degree. This respect goes beyond the physical and into the energetic. The vibrations of our thoughts and emotions directly influence the environment around us. When we see everything as part of this universal consciousness, we act with greater responsibility and empathy, understanding that every action reverberates throughout the entire system. By internalizing that everything is sacred, you begin to align your actions, thoughts, and intentions with the universal flow. This is the secret to harmonizing with the universe and accessing the hidden powers of the 33rd degree. Our thoughts are not just internal processes. They are forms of energy that interact with other consciousnesses around us, whether they are more advanced or more primitive. Imagine each thought as a frequency connecting with the universe, creating patterns that influence the world around you. When you think positively, with gratitude or joy, your energy resonates with higher consciousnesses that share these vibrations. Conversely, negative thoughts like anger or fear connect with lower frequencies. This constant interaction underscores the importance of carefully tending to your thoughts. Consider a practical example. When you enter a room, you might feel a heavy energy or a sense of lightness. This happens because the thoughts and emotions of those who were there have left an imprint. Your thoughts have this power too, shaping interactions that can positively or negatively transform an environment. This idea has been explored through studies like Dr. Masaru Emoto's water experiments. He demonstrated that words and intentions could alter the molecular structure of water. If this can happen with water, imagine the impact your thoughts could have on other consciousnesses in the universe. When we interact with higher consciousnesses, those dwelling in superior vibrations, our intentions are amplified. These consciousnesses often respond subtly, inspiring ideas, promoting healing, or aligning circumstances to facilitate our goals. Conversely, negative thoughts can attract less evolved consciousnesses, which may amplify feelings of stagnation or suffering. This is why the masters who have mastered 33rd degree knowledge stress the importance of maintaining a clear, positive, and noble mindset. This interaction is a two-way street. We are not only influenced by the universe, we actively influence it. By understanding and controlling the quality of your thoughts, you not only shape your reality, but also contribute to the evolution of universal consciousness. Interacting with matter. Modern science provides fascinating evidence of how consciousness directly interacts with matter. One of the most iconic examples is the double-slit experiment. In this experiment, particles of light or electrons are directed at a barrier with two slits. When unobserved, they behave like waves, creating an interference pattern. However, when observed, the particles choose a defined trajectory, as if aware they're being watched. This suggests that the observer's consciousness influences the behavior of matter, challenging the notion that the universe is purely mechanical. It's as if the particles respond to the presence of conscious thought, demonstrating that physical reality and consciousness are intrinsically connected. Another intriguing example is the delayed choice quantum eraser experiment, showing how decisions made in the present can influence a particle's past trajectory. Yes, you read that right. An observer's choice at a specific moment can alter the path a particle decided on earlier. This reinforces the idea that time, like matter, responds to consciousness. To illustrate further, we have Schrödinger's famous thought experiment of the cat in the box. Imagine a cat in a box, where a random event determines whether it is alive or dead. According to quantum physics, the cat is both alive and dead until someone opens the box and observes it. This metaphor demonstrates how reality is shaped by conscious perception. These experiments are not just scientific curiosities, they ground the belief that consciousness influences reality. This aligns perfectly with the 33rd degree concept that everything is connected and that our thoughts have a direct impact on the universe around us. By understanding that your consciousness is a force capable of shaping the physical world, you realize the power you possess. The universe is not just something you observe, it's something you actively interact with. This interaction allows you to transform your reality into something aligned with your intentions and desires. Practical Guide, Part 1, Observing the World with a Holistic Perspective, 5 days. To begin your journey into the 33rd degree, the first 5 days of the Practical Guide are dedicated to observing the world with a holistic perspective. This means looking beyond the surface and recognizing that every element around you is part of a living, conscious whole. It's not just about seeing, it's about perceiving. During these 5 days, practice reflecting on the connections in everything. For example, when you see an ant, think twice before stepping on it. Remember that it plays a crucial role in the balance of the ecosystem. Every life form is an expression of the higher consciousness, and respecting that reflects your own evolution. If you find yourself holding a piece of plastic, consider where it will end up if discarded carelessly. Reflect on the impact this might have on the planet, which is also a form of living consciousness. Every small action carries weight, and taking responsibility is an essential step to harmonizing with the universe. Imagine yourself in traffic. Someone cuts you off, and your instinct is to honk or yell. Before reacting, pause for a moment. Reflect on the fact that this person, like you, is a manifestation of universal consciousness, and that your reaction could negatively affect the energy of the environment. Over these 5 days, make a conscious effort to connect with every element in your surroundings. Observe the trees, feel the wind, look at the sky. Sense how everything is intrinsically connected and how each piece is essential to the whole. This practice of holistic observation forms the foundation of a new perception of reality. Adopt an attitude of respect, care, and gratitude for everything around you during these days. Consider the cumulative impact of small, conscious actions over time. This is how transformation begins, one step at a time, with clear intentions and aligned energy. We want to hear from you. Share in the comments a moment when you felt deeply connected to the world around you. Perhaps it was while observing nature, helping someone, or during a moment of silence with yourself. Your story could inspire others to notice this connection. Now that you've understood that the universe is conscious and everything is interconnected, it's time to reflect on the true impact of this discovery. What you've just learned places you ahead of 90% of people in the world. While many remain trapped in the belief that they are mere spectators of reality, you now understand that you are an active participant, a co-creator capable of shaping the impossible. Reflect on this. By deeply internalizing this truth, you are already unlocking a rare ability that few even imagine exists. The ability to align with universal consciousness and use that power to transform your reality is a rare privilege. But this is only the beginning. The next step is understanding how your thoughts, those invisible seeds, have the power to create astonishing changes in the physical world. If the universe is conscious, then our thoughts have far more power than we imagine. This is the next belief we'll explore. Get ready to discover how your intentions and thoughts, when aligned with higher consciousness, can literally bend reality in your favor. Belief 2, the power of the mind and thoughts. Thoughts are the most basic form of interaction between your consciousness and the universe. They don't just shape how you see the world, they also directly influence the reality around you. This is supported by neuroscience, which examines how the brain processes intentions, and quantum energy, which demonstrates that particles respond to conscious attention. Imagine every thought as a vibration, a wave of energy sent into the universal field. This field, often referred to as the quantum vacuum, responds to your intentions, creating interactions that shape your reality. This is why masters of the 33rd degree place such a strong emphasis on mental clarity and focus. They know that to think is to create. Your brain's electrical activity plays a pivotal role in this process. When you think, billions of neurons fire electrical impulses, forming complex patterns. These patterns, however, are not confined to your mind. They interact with the energy around you, creating what we call a vibrational reality. A fascinating example of the connection between consciousness and energy is the phenomenon of quantum tunneling. Electrons, which should be confined by barriers, disappear on one side and reappear on the other, seemingly passing through an invisible dimension. How do they know where to reappear? Where do they go while disappeared? This mystery aligns with the idea that consciousness interacts directly with the fabric of reality. When you think, it's as if you're sending information into this interdimensional space, where energy organizes itself to manifest your intentions. What seems inexplicable to many can be understood as a dialogue between your mind and the universe. Now consider this: could the electrons carrying impulses in your brain be transmitting information about your thoughts? Could they be interacting with the quantum vacuum, conveying your desires and intentions? These provocative questions highlight the limitless potential of thoughts as creative forces. Recent studies reveal that scientists can now transfer information using photons and wavelengths. Experiments with ultrafine atoms have shown that particles can remember and transfer information instantly. If particles can do this, imagine what happens with your brain's impulses and conscious intentions. This raises a central question: if every thought is a vibration encoded with information, could it directly influence the environment around you? Masters of the 33rd degree believe so, which is why they meticulously monitor what they think and how they think. Reflect on how this applies to your life. Every thought you have is not just an internal reflection, but a command sent to the universe. The quality and clarity of these commands determine how the universe responds. This explains why unclear or negative thoughts often result in challenging situations. Now consider this: if someone in the 5th century saw a smartphone working, they'd likely call it magic. But to us, it's just advanced science. Could quantum physics be leading us to a point where what was once called spirituality or paranormality is now understood as science? The ability to manipulate particles and energies with thoughts may seem magical to those unfamiliar with its scientific basis. However, as we progress, we see how deeply intertwined the mind and matter are, revealing that the impossible is often a matter of perspective. This is where 33rd degree knowledge shines. It teaches that mastering the power of the mind isn't a trick or illusion, but a practical application of the universal laws that govern reality. Napoleon Hill, in his book Think and Grow Rich, dedicated his life to studying how thoughts shape reality. He demonstrated that great achievements begin with a clear idea and unwavering determination. This is a fundamental principle of the 33rd degree: clear thoughts create clear realities. Let's start with the most basic thoughts, the ones you have about yourself. Who do you believe you are? Your identity shapes your behaviors, decisions, and, ultimately, the reality around you. If you see yourself as limited, that will be your experience. Masters of the 33rd degree understand the importance of cultivating empowering thoughts about identity. They visualize themselves as capable of overcoming any obstacle and achieving the impossible. Have you ever thought of yourself this way? As someone capable of accomplishing everything you desire? These thoughts also shape our limiting beliefs, the second critical type of thought to address. These are the internal voices that say, "I'm not good enough," or "this isn't for me." Identifying and reprogramming these beliefs is essential for creating the reality you want. Finally, we arrive at the clarity of intentions. When you know exactly what you want and can visualize it in vivid detail, your chances of manifesting that reality increase exponentially. This is why 33rd degree masters spend time imagining every aspect of their goals with precision. Every clear intention you set is a seed planted in the universe. The sharper the image, the stronger its manifestation. In this way, you stop being a passive observer and become a conscious creator of your reality. Practical Guide Part 2, Exploring Thoughts and Detailed Visualizations, 10 days. After the first 5 days of observing the world holistically, it's time to turn your focus inward. Over the next 10 days, the emphasis will be on observing and understanding your own thoughts. This isn't just about identifying what you think, but questioning why you think it. Ask yourself, why am I having this thought right now? Does it reflect a belief or habit I've carried for a long time without realizing it? Step 1. Identifying limiting beliefs. During this process, a key exercise is uncovering the beliefs behind your thoughts. For instance, if you catch yourself thinking, "I can't do this," ask, where does this belief come from? When in my life did I start believing this? This reflection helps you unearth hidden patterns that shape your mindset and, consequently, your reality. Step 2. Observing reactions to challenges. Another important practice is to observe how you react to challenging situations. When you face a problem, what kinds of thoughts arise? Are they positive, strategic, and proactive, or are they negative and filled with doubt? This analysis allows you to identify thinking patterns that may block your ability to manifest what you desire. Self-awareness is the first step toward transformation. Step 3. Practicing visualization. In addition to observation, dedicate 10 minutes daily to the practice of detailed visualizations. Close your eyes and imagine a goal you wish to achieve, but don't picture it generically. Include emotions, sensations, smells, and sounds. For example, if you're visualizing a new job, see yourself sitting at your desk, hearing your colleagues' conversations, and feeling the satisfaction of meaningful work. The more detailed the visualization, the more effective it will be. Step 4. Working on internal aspects. Don't limit your visualizations to material goals. This practice is also powerful for internal work. For instance, imagine yourself free from a limiting belief. Picture what it would feel like to live without that fear or doubt. Visualize how you would act, speak, and think without that barrier. Freedom begins in the mind, and visualization is the key to unlocking it. Step 5. Creating realistic, impactful scenarios. Let's make this even more practical. Imagine a client agreeing to a deal with you. Don't just visualize the moment of signing or saying yes. Include the entire process, the negotiation, the enthusiasm in their words, the handshake. Feel confident and in control at every step. The more realistic the mental image, the more aligned it becomes with the universal field of possibilities. During these 10 days, remember that masters of the 33rd degree don't just visualize what they want, but also the positive impact it will have on their lives and others. This alignment with a genuine intention amplifies the power of manifestation. Practice this daily, and you'll begin to notice significant shifts in your mindset and, consequently, in your reality. Take time to reflect. What new insights have you uncovered about your thought patterns? How has your awareness grown? Share your progress in the comments. Your experiences may inspire others to deepen their practice and embrace their potential. With these foundational practices, you're laying the groundwork for creating a more aligned and intentional life. Are you ready to move on to the next belief about emotional and behavioral alignment? Belief 3: Emotional and behavioral alignment. When we talk about creating reality, thoughts are fundamental, but emotions are the force that amplifies manifestation. Imagine thoughts as seeds planted in the soil of the universe, while emotions are the sunlight and water that help those seeds grow. Without emotion, thoughts lack the power needed to shape reality. Each emotion carries a specific vibration that influences how you interact with the universe. Feelings such as love, joy, and gratitude have the highest vibrations and are powerful tools for manifestation. Conversely, emotions like fear, anger, and anxiety carry denser vibrations that can block the flow of creative energy. Think back to times when you felt happy and confident. Didn't it seem like everything around you flowed effortlessly? Now compare that to moments of stress or sadness, where it felt like the world was working against you. This is the difference that emotional vibration makes in your life. Love and joy act as magnets for positive experiences, while negative emotions repel them. Masters of the 33rd degree understand that mastering their emotions is essential for manifesting their intentions. They cultivate positive feelings, not just as a habit, but as a conscious strategy to amplify their manifestations. The right emotional vibration is the link that connects your intention to the universal field of possibilities. One of the greatest blocks to manifestation is the feeling of lack. When you desire something, like money or a relationship, but feel that you don't have it, the universe responds to the vibration you're emitting, and that vibration is scarcity. You may be saying you want something, but if you feel desperate for it, you're attracting more of its absence. For example, thinking, "I need money," often carries an undercurrent of worry or insecurity. This vibration communicates to the universe that you're resonating with not having it. It's like shouting that you're empty, and the universe echoes that emptiness back to you. This isn't a punishment from the universe, it's simply how vibrational laws work. Your external reality is always a reflection of your internal vibration. When you change the emotion, you change the outcome. That's why it's vital to avoid thoughts that reinforce scarcity, such as, "I need a partner," or, "I can't do this." Masters of the 33rd degree excel at using gratitude and joy. When they desire something, such as more money, they don't vibrate in lack, but in gratitude for already having it. They imagine that money arriving, thanking it for coming, and feel the joy as if they've already achieved their goal. This is the secret, vibrating as if it's already a reality. This practice aligns with a biblical teaching: whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it, and it will be yours. Mark 11 verse 24. When you act with the certainty that you already have what you desire, your vibration aligns with realization, and the universe begins to arrange conditions for it to happen. This principle is, in essence, a manipulation of time. When you project the emotion of something that will happen in the future, you create a vibration in the present that attracts that reality to you. It's like bringing the future into the now, aligning your emotions with your desires. Here's the catch: this practice isn't a trick for immediate results. You can choose what you want, but the universe will deliver it at the right moment. It's not your job to determine the when. Instead, trust that the universe is working to align everything in perfect timing. You can't just imagine your dream car and then expect to find it in your driveway the next morning. This isn't a deal or trade with the universe. It's a process of alignment and trust. If the car isn't there tomorrow, keep thanking and vibrating as if it's already yours. This patience and trust are essential. When you try to demand from the universe, you're vibrating in doubt. It's like planting a seed and digging it up every day to see if it's growing. Trust the process and release the outcome. This concept resonates deeply with the Taoist philosophy of Wu Wei, action through non-action. It doesn't mean inactivity, but a state of trust and alignment. You do what needs to be done without attachment to the result. It's a harmonious dance between intention and surrender. Masters of the 33rd degree understand that it's enough to think and visualize their desires once, feel the power of having already achieved them, and then let go. There's no need to think repeatedly or worry about how things will manifest. The universe knows the perfect path. Masters of the 33rd degree are experts at aligning thoughts and emotions with absolute clarity. They know what they want and practice emotional detachment from their desires, allowing the universe to organize everything in their favor. This balance between focus and surrender is what makes their manifestations so powerful. Now, imagine the impact of this practice on your life. What if, starting today, you began aligning your emotions with your deepest intentions, releasing any anxiety about the result? You would be creating a magnetic vibration that attracts exactly what you desire. This is the power of consciously working with your emotions and behaviors. You become the creator of your reality, not through force, but through alignment. This is the essence of the third belief, enabling the masters of the 33rd degree to turn intentions into reality. Practical Guide Part 3, Observing and Aligning Feelings and Emotions, 10 Days. In the last 15 days of the guide, you focused on observing your thoughts and practicing detailed visualizations. Now, for 10 days, days 16 to 25, the focus will deepen this practice by shifting attention to feelings and emotions. Why is this important? Because aligning emotions with thoughts is what transforms an intention into reality. Thinking alone isn't enough, you need to feel it. Step 1. Observing emotions without judgment. During these 10 days, practice observing your emotions without judgment. Be honest with yourself. When feelings like anxiety, anger, or lack arise, don't try to suppress or rationalize them. Simply allow yourself to acknowledge what you're feeling. Ask yourself, why am I feeling this way? What's behind this emotion? Step 2. Identifying emotions in specific situations. To help you identify these emotions, consider specific scenarios. Are you feeling anxious about a deadline or expectation? Is there a sense of injustice in your work or relationships? Anger over an unresolved situation? Or perhaps a deep desire that is creating emotional lack? These emotions are signals. Recognize them as opportunities for growth. Step 3. Journaling for clarity. Write these emotions down, either on paper or in a digital document. Create a space where you can organize your feelings and thoughts with clarity. This exercise isn't just about venting, but about building a solid foundation of self-awareness. Writing gives shape to what feels abstract, allowing you to identify patterns and potential blocks. Step 4. Practicing detachment. After identifying negative emotions, practice letting go. How can you do this? Visualize the problem as resolved, as if you've already overcome the situation. Replace feelings of frustration with gratitude, even for the challenges. For instance, if something didn't go as expected, be thankful for the lesson it taught you. Release the when and trust that the universe will bring the solution at the right time. Identify negative emotions and practice detachment while focusing on positive feelings. Now it's your turn. Practice the steps outlined here and experience the impact they will have on your life. Take a moment to observe your thoughts and align your emotions with your intentions. If you can, share in the comments how this experience has been for you. Have you noticed changes? Felt different energy? Your story could inspire others to start their transformation journey. Belief 4. The power of bidimensional work. Masters of the 33rd degree understand that reality is not limited to the physical plane. They believe in life after death and the existence of beings inhabiting other dimensions. These beings, like us, play specific roles in the universe, operating within the infinite hierarchies of the astral world. As our consciousness evolves, so does our role in the universe. Whether on the physical or spiritual plane, each stage of our journey is marked by new lessons and responsibilities. We become more conscious co-creators, contributing to the balance and expansion of the all. Beings of light are examples of evolved consciousnesses that dedicate their existence to assisting other emanations. They don't seek eternal rest, as many believe. Instead, they find joy and purpose in connecting to the All, which is love. The more these beings love, the more they help, and the more they help, the happier and more fulfilled they become. On the other hand, there are beings vibrating at denser levels, often referred to as negative beings. These represent consciousnesses that have distanced themselves from universal love, yet they also serve as part of the universe's learning system. This dynamic invites us to reflect: are we vibrating in harmony with love and altruism? Masters of the 33rd degree understand that working alongside beings of light is one of the greatest secrets to accelerating personal and collective evolution. They use the power of the mind and intention to establish partnerships that transcend the physical plane, accessing guidance from higher dimensions. The fundamental purpose of all beings is to evolve and help others do the same. When we understand this, we realize that our journey is not solitary. We are all connected and supported by consciousnesses rooting for our growth and success. Now, imagine the impact of developing a project with the help of these beings of light. They have access to information from the past, present, and future, offering insights and guidance that can completely transform your goals. This is the power that 33rd degree masters tap into to manifest extraordinary projects. Evolved beings are always willing to help, but there's one condition: your intentions must be benevolent. Don't expect their assistance for selfish or materialistic projects, like earning more money without a greater purpose. However, if your intention is to help others, solve problems, or create something meaningful, you'll be aligned with their vibration. This alignment doesn't require you to become a monk or renounce your ambitions. You can still desire things like money, health, or a relationship. The secret is to connect these ambitions to a greater purpose, doing your best and genuinely helping others. This is what attracts assistance from higher dimensions. Remember the biblical teaching: seek first the kingdom of heaven, and all these things will be given to you as well. Jesus wasn't speaking of renunciation, but alignment. When you prioritize helping and loving, blessings come naturally because your vibrations align with the universe. Now, imagine the impact you can create by aligning your thoughts, emotions, and actions with this greater purpose. Working with beings of light and higher dimensions is not just a privilege, but a responsibility that transforms your life and the lives of those around you. This is the secret of the 33rd degree, understanding that we are all part of a vast system of evolution and love. The more we connect to the All, the more we find our true purpose and achieve the impossible. Practical Guide Part 4: Planning a Project with the Help of Beings of Light, 5 days. During the final 5 days of the 30-day guide, you will be invited to plan a meaningful project, something that reflects your life's purpose and has a positive impact on the world. Start by thinking about how what you currently do already helps people. Now, expand that vision. How could you amplify this impact in a grand, long-term way, free of limitations? For example, if you're a teacher, you could envision creating an educational system that impacts children worldwide, promoting accessible and transformative knowledge. If you're a doctor, you might plan to open clinics that serve thousands, or become a speaker, inspiring other doctors to expand their practices. The possibilities are infinite when you allow your vision to be guided by a higher purpose. Once you've defined your benevolent project, the next step is to invite beings of light to collaborate with you. To do this, conduct mental meetings. Find a quiet space, visualize the project in detail, and mentally picture these beings beside you. Ask for their guidance, ideas, and strength to overcome any challenges that might arise. Remember, clarity of intention and the vibrations of love and gratitude are crucial for this connection. If you'd like to deepen your understanding of how to conduct these mental meetings, watch the video, Control Your Energy Field in 2025. It provides a step-by-step guide to strengthen this practice and maximize your outcomes. You'll find the link to the video in the card at the top corner of this one and in the pinned comment below. Be sure to check it out and apply these principles. With your project planned and the collaboration of beings of light, you will be ready to create something extraordinary. Let's quickly review the beliefs that form the foundation of this guide. 1. The universe is conscious. 2. Thoughts have power. 3. Emotional alignment is essential. 4. Bidimensional work connects you to infinite resources for creating your reality. We recommend watching this video again. Many deep concepts and practices were shared in a short time, and it's essential to ensure you're following the 30-day guide correctly. Additionally, due to how YouTube works, this video might not reappear for you. So, subscribe to the channel to make it easier to return and access this content whenever needed. Now you hold in your hands a suggestion to embark on a journey that can transform your life. The knowledge shared here isn't just theory or techniques, it's a powerful toolkit for creating a new reality. This is your moment to become a true iZenither, someone who sees beyond the obvious and uses that insight to evolve. Subscribe to the channel and join our community of iZenithers. Here, you'll find support, new teachings, and people who, like you, seek to expand their consciousness. Share this video with those you love most and wish the best for. Spreading knowledge like this is an act of love, a way to elevate not just your life, but the lives of everyone around you. Ignoring what lies beyond the physical only makes you more vulnerable. iZenither. See you in the next video.